Okay, with all the housekeeping out of the way, let's get into it. You are all here because you are celebrating something very special, a promotion and an exciting next step in your career journey. But with new roles come new expectations, higher expectations. You'll be interacting much more with clients. You'll also be asking more of yourself as leaders, right, of your teams. It's very easy to focus on deliverables, your to-do list, but it is your responsibility as senior managers and associate directors to help your team develop and grow. How do you do that? Of course, you mentor and coach others. That is the key. It's incredibly impactful, and I'm so excited to turn the floor over now to Sunkanmi Agbomeji. He's going to talk about the power of mentoring and how it has transformed his experience at EY. Please welcome Sunki, everybody. Oh, yeah. I love it. Take it away, Sunki.
Thank you. Thank you. You know when an African is walking into the stage, right? I think it's important we get started by recognizing this monumental occasion. You know, it's not been an easy walk for us to get to this point. So let's put our hands together for ourselves on this promotion, please. You see, at times of celebrations like this also become time for us to reflect. And I've been doing my own little reflection. I reflected several years back before I joined the EY. Just a few blocks away from here, I actually met with I had a breakfast with an EY partner. And this was me, no transaction experience, no M&A experience, no consulting experience. But for some reason, this partner thought I was going to become a successful SAT professional. And it was so spot on. Fast forward a few months after that, I joined the EY. And from day one, it was my number one advocate. It was always there supporting me, holding my hands through the journey, speaking for me at the tables where the decisions were being made, being my strong advocate and scolding me when needed, showing me the ropes. I wouldn't be here without him. And then, you know, few years after that, you know, I was a manager working within our team, and he left, he retired. And for me, it was a 360 because I could see the difference. It was a complete shift. I could see the difference between having a real leadership support and not having one, because the journey just was so difficult. And I thought, oh, this was a me thing, until I met a couple of fellow senior managers here yesterday, and you know, a lot of you were sharing with me how the journey to get to this point wasn't easy, and how you could have gotten to this place maybe a little faster, maybe a little better, and in certain cases, maybe a little saner, right? And then Tuesday, Wednesday, I had the opportunity to facilitate a few sessions for our new managers. And some of the critical questions I was asking them is, what are the pain points that you foresee in this new role as managers at EY? And guess what? The same recurring theme. They said, you know, they think the senior managers and the partners obviously will be very busy, so they're not sure they will have the right support, the right structure. They're looking for ways how they would have to swing and wing it themselves. And to me, at that point, I said, this is an opportunity, not a challenge. And when an opportunity presents itself, there are two things we can do with it. We can either leave and accept it, or we can rise to change it. And I can bet on myself that you all didn't get to this point, this milestone in your career, by leaving or accepting the status quo. You changed things, you delivered at the highest level, and that's what we're celebrating here today. And that is my charge for us today. My charge for us today is for us to change things. Let it be said of this new cohort of senior managers that we champion the paradigm shift, that we turn the tide towards actively mentoring our team members, towards proactively championing leadership across our ranks. Because the truth is that we are the future of this firm. And when that future beckons, what are we going to build it with? It's going to be with the teams and the networks and the structures that we've developed, that we've mentored below us. That's why it's very critical. I think what I'm saying is that let us be the change we seek. Let us be the leaders we've always wanted to have. The truth is, you have arrived. Yes, you have arrived. As senior managers now, you have very strong political capital. As senior managers, your voice matters more than it used to before. And this is the time to wield that power to build very strong network. Oh, by the way, you know those people pose questions that we detest to feel every time? When those questions, when they ask, oh, do you have leaders that support your growth? Do you have leaders that provide mentorship opportunities? Guess what? You are that leader now. I'm that leader now. We are that leader now. And we have to begin to take real impactful action to make that happen. How do we do that? I think we can do that by deepening the relationship with our team members to understand their why, what makes them tick. I think we can do that by asking sincere, open-ended questions that helps them to express their true feelings, their difficulties, and their pain points. And that way we can position them in roles, in opportunities that helps them to grow, right? I think we can do that in so many ways. I think we can do that by providing equitable feedback. We should be providing ongoing, consistent, constructive feedbacks that gives them opportunity within the same project, within the same time, to test that knowledge and be better at it. Reviews should never be a surprise in success factors after 6 months when the project is done. At that point, it's already a failed factor, right? It's no longer a success factors. We should have opportunities to correct them live and give them opportunities to make that correction and grow as well, right? So for me, I think those are the things that we need to be able to do as we go. We have to be able to take time to show genuine interest in their motivations and what challenges them. And I think overall, find what is their wellness and bake it into our everyday work. Most importantly, we should provide them with the right environment. That's a really big subject matter. Quick one, I remember during my MC university days, I had a little joke about environment, which is funny, but which is also true, right? So for example, if a couple are together, they have a baby, and the baby grows up to look like one of the couple, that is, genetic, right? But if the couple are together, they have a baby, and the baby grows up to look like the gardener, that is environmental, right? So environment is a very, very powerful construct, and it is best exemplified in sharks. There are certain breeds of shark that if you put them in an aquarium, they will never grow outside the confines of that aquarium. No matter how long they stay within the aquarium, they will never grow further than that. But that same shark, if you take it out, immediately put it in an ocean, they grow way bigger and faster. Same thing with our teams. We need to provide opportunities. We need to provide an environment that is conducive for them to unleash their potentials and not one that constricts them. And I would love to end that. I think the way that makes sense for us to end that as a team, as a cohort of new senior managers, is to make an affirmation that says that once we leave this place, we are going to turn the tide. And I would love for us to say this together on a count of 1, 2, 3, if you would permit me. Are we ready? Doesn't sound like you are. Are we ready? Yes. Awesome. So on the count of 1, 2, 3, go. Let's go. I am the change I seek, the leader I aspire to have, and a builder of meaningful, powerful networks. Thank you for being a good sport. Thank you for your leadership. Once again, congratulations.
Woo. Awesome. All right, thank you, Suki, sharing your story and the power of advocating for your teams. Love that line. Be the change you seek, the leader you aspire to have, and a builder of meaningful, powerful relationships. One more round of applause for Sunkanmi Agbomeji. Thank you, Suki.